over in Boston in the USA, a small group of men are trying to organise what they're calling a straight pride parade. Now it'll come as no surprise that these guys have all got links to far-right groups, because a straight pride parade is a way of having a pop at the regular pride parade. It used to be called gay pride, whereas now it's just called pride because it's LGBTQ. No one knows what all the letters are anymore. LGB, GT, V8, 4x4, Intel Pentium 2. Now I'm a straight cisgendered white male, so if you're of a social justice warrior persuasion, I am the devil incarnate. I'm Satan himself, getting up every day to oppress people with my white male privilege. Although I've had a look round, mine doesn't seem to have been delivered. But the idea for me of a straight pride parade is fucking ridiculous. The original gay pride parades were organised as a protest against the way that homosexuals were treated in society. When has a straight person been oppressed, had healthcare or housing denied, or had the shit kicked out of them for being straight? Because sadly that sort of thing still goes on with gay people. And incidentally, nothing says I'm secure with my sexuality like kicking the crap out of a gay guy to prove that you aren't. And you meet a lot of bigots when you talk about homosexuality. There's some people who say, well, it's not natural, is it? It's not natural. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm not. There are many species in the animal kingdom which have homosexuals. But there's only one species that seems to have a fucking problem with it. And if it's not natural, if you're against things that aren't natural, I'm currently travelling at 55 miles an hour. Human beings can't naturally do that. If your house has got gas, electricity and running water, that's not natural either. Do these people want to go back to hunting and foraging on the fucking plains? Although that's probably where their mentality is. And you also get the religious lunatics as well, who say it's a sin because God or Allah or whoever they worship says it's wrong. My argument to this has always been, if God, whatever he, she or it is, created everything, then they must have also created homosexuals. So you saying that the divine's plan is wrong? And what if it is wrong? What if it is a sin? Well then, all the gays and lesbians and the rest of it, they're all going to hell when they die, so there's nothing we can do in this life that will be as bad as what the devil will do. Let them enjoy themselves. And what I'm going to say next, I've been trying to find a way of saying this where it doesn't sound like I'm coming out. But at the weekend, Mrs. Disgruntled, my wife, was away, so I went to the local pride event. Yep, my wife's away, gay pride. Finally, I can be me. I wasn't going there to explore my sexuality. I went there because I thought, I bet that'll be a good day out. And it was. Although as soon as I got there, I could understand why so many people don't like gays and lesbians and trans and all the rest of it. Because I arrived there, and they were there in their brightly coloured clothes, being happy and inviting, the fucking sexual deviants. Having fun? That's not very British. I had a fucking great time. Because generally, when I start dancing in public, Mrs. Disgruntled tells me off, because I do it everywhere. Down the street, queuing at the supermarket, if a tune comes on, I'm away. Whereas at the Pride event, I was encouraged. I was having so much fun, I enjoyed listening to dance music. And I learnt some great things as well. Do you remember Gok Wan when he was doing his fashion programmes? An extremely camp gay guy. He used to shake women by their boobs. Apparently that's a thing. If you're a straight woman and you've got a very camp gay friend, it's great fun to get them to shake them by the tits. So here's some advice. If you're a straight guy and you're not looking for a relationship but you do fancy a bit of a grope, if you're going out on a Saturday night, be camp as fuck. There'll be tits everywhere. You won't know what to do with all of them. And also, because the atmosphere was so welcoming and so enlightened, there were these two beautiful Spanish girls, and God, they were going at each other. Young Spanish lesbians. It's like my browser history had come to life. Now, if society was a bit more tolerant, we could be seeing shit like that all the time. But the best thing, whilst I was there, I was in the main arena, and up on stage there was some drag artist, and they asked, okay, show of hands, who have we got here? Who here is a gay? And you get, hey, hands go up. Who's a lesbian? They go through the whole A, B, C, D, E, F, G thing again. And then this drag artist says, have we got any straights here? So I looked about like, well, yeah, and there weren't many of us. And this guy in a dress went, thank you for being here, supporting us. And for me, that's weird. I'm not used to people thanking me just for turning up. Thanking me for leaving, yeah, that happens a lot. But whilst I was stood there thinking, well, this is odd, 3 gay guys just came up to me, One shook me by the hand, said thank you, and another guy just gave me a hug and said, thanks for that, thanks for being here. It was amazing. I know some people will hear that and go, you alright being hugged by a gay guy? And yes, I am, because crucially, he wasn't trying to fuck me. If he had been, I'd have said one of us has drastically misread this. And this is the thing that a lot of homophobic people don't understand. Gay people aren't trying to shag you all the time. But the whole Pride movement, it is a minority group. And like any minority group, it just needs a few dickheads to ruin it for everyone. Take, for example, the Muslim community in the UK. Most Muslims are honest, hard-working people who just want to get on with their lives. But because a couple of them decide they want to go to a shopping centre and explode, they all get tarred with the same fucking brush. And now there's the new breed that have come into the Pride movement. And I've got friends who are gay, straight, bi, trans, whatever. No one can fathom what this fucking non-binary lot are about. The people who don't identify as either gender. It's weird. They say, oh well, I'm not a gender. You're identifying as not being something. I'm not a fucking coffee table, but I don't feel the need to tell me about it. And I was at one of the events at the Pride Festival, whatever you call it, and I knew there was going to be something go wrong, because the compere came out and said, ladies and gentlemen, and this one person went, Ngh. It's like, fuck, they've been triggered. They're one of them that doesn't identify as anything, although the person in question had tits and a squeaky voice, so chances are it's a woman. And they came, and their performance was actually very good. But it says how weird it is with the non-binary movement that the person I was sat next to was a 6'5" drag artist wearing a Dolly Parton-esque wig and a mini dress, and I could hear him go, how the fuck did we get lumped in with this lot?